Alright, hey, what's up guys? Chill, so back to Tsukihime, a piece of Blue Glass Moon. Last time, we finally... I mean, technically we were already on Ciel's route, sort of, but now we're past the point where we can go back. We are firmly on Ciel's route. And things happened a bit differently when we went to the, not the hotel, the shopping center. But now Arkwood is dragging us out because we made a deal with her to have her take down Vlov, despite the fact that she didn't feel like it anymore because there were executors who were taking care of it. But anyway, let's see how the battle is gonna go this time. I'm assuming it's gonna go differently, right? Because the hole in the ground is already there and he had to relocate, so it must go differently, surely. It's been 10 minutes since Arkwood dragged me out of her upscale apartment. We've relocated to the roof of an office building, our argument all but forgotten. Yeah, I suppose we can. With that, Arkwood finally lets me down. Yeah, since the Ciel's route, it skipped the whole her jumping up part with us. We just teleported here, not literally, you know, obviously in-game we didn't teleport, but I mean, you know, from where we, yeah. I sputter in protest as she lowers me to the ground. I thought I was beyond surprised at this point, but nothing could have prepared me for the experience of being cradled in her arms while she bounced up the side of the building like a rabbit. I mean, you pretty much asked for it, buddy. You know, no complaining no complaining allowed. How do you? My pounding heart gradually resumes its normal rhythm. With a few deep breaths, the dizziness brought on by the change in altitude starts to fade. What's up, buddy? Arkwood stands at the edge of the roof, staring down at the city below. An indescribable malice rises from her like steam. What happened? Yeah, that's not good. The site of the collapse is covered in a white mist. I can feel the chill from all the way up here. In spite of these strange phenomena, the streets are empty of curious passers-by, probably too freaking cold. There seem to be traffic restrictions in place to keep people out of the area. Police cars and fire engines are on the streets, but none of them come near. The collapsed park is a sea of rubble. All over the bowl-shaped crater, swords protrude from the ground. Oh, has the fight already started? The same slender long swords Ciel used. There must be over 100 of them driven into the earth. Oh. Oh, you can tell it's Ciel just by how she makes the bounded field? Also, I thought the white mist was because of the coolness from Vlov. Is it from... Or maybe it is from Vlov and the... Oh, maybe that's why people aren't there, because Ciel's bounded field. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. It's enough to weaken him though, right? Like, maybe it won't crush him, but it could beat him, I assume. Her voice is filled with fury, dripping with hatred. It's a very ordinary anger, one that feels almost human. Most of the swords are iced over. A grim suspicion hits me regarding the unnatural cold.
まだブローブは封印中。
Okay.
ほら、そろそろもやが晴れるわ。
Oh. Oh, the wall of white dissipates. Oh, okay. Okay, that looks more like what I would expect of a bounded field. A colossal cube with faces like sheets of ice appears amongst the rubble. Or you just couldn't see it, you know, either or.
檻を作ってから1時間ってところかしら。急増の準備にしては上がっちゃう。
Yeah, she's pretty good at what she does. I spot a familiar figure in front of the cube. She has a little, like, fuzzy balls on her weapon, it looks like. I wonder if that's important. It's Miss Noelle running to and fro with her halberd in hand. As I watch, she dashes away from the cube, then back, then away again, finally stopping to clutch her head in her hands. She literally doesn't seem to know if she's coming or going. Probably in there with Lov. I have a bad feeling about this. Whatever's happened here, it's clearly gone horribly wrong. Yeah. I try to calm my hammering heart as I shout to Arquid. She's got to understand the situation better than I do, which makes what she says next all the more dumbfounding. What? But why? She turns her nose up at me like a sulking child. It's only because it's Ciel, isn't it? Like, she was willing to push through if it was anyone else, but because the executor is Ciel, she's like, fuck no. Fuck you.
嫌なものは嫌なの。代行者なんてやぶかみたいなものだけど、あれだけは別。
Yeah.
あいつに手を貸すぐらいなら太陽を抱いて眠ってもいいぐらい。
Well, that sounds unpleasant. In other words, she'd rather die. Yeah. Pretty much. A strange but appropriate metaphor. Not that it clears up my confusion.
You
could say something like that, yeah.
その名前口にしないで。あと式はここにいて。
Why?
あれ、もうすぐ自滅するから。あの箱が壊れたらこの辺りは氷漬けよ。私のそばにいないと式も死んじゃうからね。
See, that's okay. You know, staying with you sounds great and all, but you know, we really gotta help Ciel out. You know, Ciel's going to burn herself out, and what's going to happen if that cube breaks? You heard her. Frozen. The city, pretty much the entire city. Most of the city. Okay, most, not all of it, most of it.
でも絶対に手は貸さないから、私。
Arquid, why gotta be this way? She won't even look me in the eye.
絶対って今さら何言ってんだよ。お前な、先輩がそんなに嫌いなのか、恨みでもあるのか。
It's complicated.
あるんだな、あるんだろうよ。でもそれとこれは関係ないだろう。今殺すべきはブローブなんだから。
だからあいつなんてどうでもいいの。どうでもいいからどうでもいいの。ええ、殺すべきはブローブの方よ。今から行けば楽に殺せるわよ。でも行かない。どうでもいいやつがいるから。あいつがどうでもよくなるまで私は何もしませんからねーった。
Not even for Arquid, we're begging you. Moron. Arquid is a total moron. I don't know what kind of history they have, but one thing is clear. As long as Ciel is down there, she isn't budging.
大体こうなったのもあなたたちの自業自得じゃない。
Yeah, sure, maybe.
ブローブ一人を止められないようじゃ こんなちっぽけな集まりいつ崩壊してもおかしくないんだし。弱い生き物は弱い生き物らしくおとなしく全滅するのが自然の摂理よ。
You're not entirely wrong, but like, it's a very cold way of, literally cold, because Vlad will freeze everything, way of looking at it. I'm so taken aback that my brain somehow resets. I actually circled all the way back around into cool-headedness.
バカ野郎！そこまで分かっていて助けに行かないのか？行かないんだな。人間なんてどうでもいいんだな。
I mean, when did she ever say she did?
やっぱり吸血鬼なんだな、この分からずや。
はあ？シキの方こそここまで言ってあげたのに分からないの？
Oh, he understands.
私が手を貸すのはシキのた。
He's the only one you want.
もういい、勝手にしろこのわがまま女。バカバカ。
With one last jibe, I run for the roof exit. I can't trust Arquid to help me anymore. She'll help, right? Surely? I'll just have to make my own way down and get a better sense of what's happening. Is she gonna meet him at the exit? I cut through the lock on the door with my knife. Unfortunately, there's no elevator on the top floor. Come on, come on, come on! I hurtle down the stairs by the glow of the emergency lighting. Although I'm planning to plunge straight into the frozen maelstrom of the vampire's rage, I don't feel frightened. The reason is simple. I'm too frustrated, too sad, and too angry to be scared. Go extinct with grace, huh? We'll see about that. My own misapprehensions make me want to scream. Arquid's just following her nature. She isn't stupid and she certainly isn't evil. She's just an inhuman being with an inhuman perspective. Yeah. I'm the idiot for expecting a vampire to abide by our norms.
それでも期待したくて仕方がなかったんだよ。くそ。
Because she thought you were interesting? It's not that I'm grateful. She forgave a murderer named Tonoshiki. It's that I had hoped she was different, that she was special. I couldn't bring myself to hate someone with such an innocent smile. All I wanted more than anything else was to believe she was a good person. I mean, she just doesn't understand. Trying to talk about being a good person and whatnot when it comes to her I don't think that's fair. But that hope has died tonight, and I don't have time to mourn it. First, I'll get down to the ground floor as quickly as I can. I'll make sure that Ciel is safe. Then I'll face down Vlad and sever his line of death. Yeah, good luck with that. At last, I make it to an elevator. I throw myself inside and slam the button for the first floor. There's no more time for doubts. Even if there was, I'm in way too deep to voice them. I take a deep breath and check myself over. Good. Everything seems to be in working order. Like I said, I'm not afraid. I'll no longer hesitate to kill something that looks human. I left that naivety underground with the dead. My breathing quickens. My heart thumps faster in my chest, like it's trying to break free from my body. I arrive at the first floor. Arquid isn't going to help me anymore. I tighten my grip on my knife, then dash out into the swirling cold. Oh, I wouldn't be so sure about the Arquid not helping you thing. I think she'll surprise you. The monolith towers before me. An enormous cube-shaped hole in the world. The sides of the box are transparent, measuring over 40 meters each. The texture of its surface reminds me of acrylic plastic. Its blue-black tint isn't due to its walls, but to what they hold inside. White hailstones swirl about within. Icicles stand arrayed like fangs. A cold beyond human comprehension strains against its confines. This isn't a box, it's a cage. A cage for that which should not exist. A prison for that which must not be allowed to roam free upon the earth. And inside it, Ciel going toe-to-toe with that monster. She's in there. In a winter storm bitter enough to freeze the breath in her lungs. She's in there all alone, dueling with Vlav. Just hang on, Ciel. Oh, we're going to her POV? The blizzard approaches negative 100 degrees Celsius. A cold more extreme than any natural temperature on the surface of the planet. In this icy wasteland so hostile to life, two warriors clash. One is Vlav Archangel. I'm just gonna say Archangel. Like, trying to be... like, say his name properly is not gonna work out. One is Vlav Archangel, the wellspring of this frozen scourge. I think it's like Archangel or something. Oh! Well, hello there, full power Ciel. How you doing? Look, she's okay. So in the original, right? It was just a blue body, or no, not even blue, like black bodysuit with like gold highlights and like, I think, like in the chest area. This is a lot more detailed. Yeah, okay. The other, an executor, a young girl clad in armor. The fury of the blizzard blinds them. The grinding of the glacier underfoot thwarts their steps. And as their every breath brings them closer to death, bullets of ice clash against bullets of steel. 60 minutes have elapsed since this battle began. That it still continues is a marvel in itself. Just we're getting specific. A handheld balloon. Wait a minute. I know he said armored, but they meant armored. Oh, okay. She got like, I mean, I don't know why her arms aren't armored. That seems like a bit of an oversight to me, but you know, the legs look good. You know, I feel like they're like really like pointy, like jutting out over her knees, knee pad or knee plates. Kind of impractical, but okay. It's a visual novel. It's, you know, rule of cool. Okay, you know, this is what we're going with. A handheld ballista dispenses a shower of 7.62 millimeter fireworks. I don't know if I would consider those fireworks, but okay. The bulky rounds, known and feared for their excessive firepower, streak toward the vampire. On human battlefields, the brutality of 8mm and 9mm bullets is typically harnessed to incapacitate rather than to kill. But this is no weapon for human battlefields. This is a tool for the vampire killer of the modern age, crafted to obliterate flesh and metal alike. Its name is Blaze. Wait, what? Is Nana not a thing in the remake? Oh wait, no, Nana... No, Nana's the... wait, what? A personal mystic code of Executor Ciel, the immolation type, one of the 7 causes of death born by her holy scripture. Okay, no. Oh, so it's an aspect of Nana. Okay. Interesting. That is fascinating. Its rain of bullets which shredded an apostle whose power was measured in decades. But this vampire counts its age in centuries. Yeah. Damn. Look, yeah. They, I wish they had a still of this without the... I want like a clean still of her, like in this pose, without the like flash. Hot metal meets biting cold. Modern technology meets the primal wrath of the planet. Their clash echoes the timeless struggle between man and nature. The vampire stands immobile, immutable. This Arctic landscape is a hell of his own making. His greatest fear made manifest. The fear of freezing for want of blood. From this curse, Vlad Archangel draws his immortality. But so too does it bind him in frigid chains, and so long as it commands him, he remains rooted to the earth. Until the warmth of blood quickens him once more, he will remain where he stands, capable only of spreading his blight. However, the curse he bears is vast, vast enough to swallow a city, but it cannot naturally produce a cold this intense. The Executor has created these conditions by choice. Ordinarily, the vampire's influence would extend 4 kilometers in all directions, but enclosing it within a 40-meter cubic cage has condensed it to the extreme. The Executor's bounded field and her own body are, in a sense, one and the same. To prevent the howling blizzard from consuming the city, she has borne the full brunt of it herself. 100 degrees below zero is the least of the cold she must endure. Locally, the temperature can fall as low as negative 273 degrees, more commonly known as absolute zero. A deluge of raw malevolence that would freeze mortal flesh on contact. All that keeps her from death is the torture device forged of iron and lead that she has affixed to her body. Oh, it's a torture device! Oh! That's probably not great. Okay, this armor reminds me of I'll put it up on screen. The girl from I Didn't Want to Get Hurt, so I maxed out my defense anime. The main character girl from that is what this armor reminds me of. Like, or at least her early armor. I think she got new armor in season 2, which I still haven't seen yet. But I'm pretty sure she has new armor there where that's white. But her initial armor in season 1 is, I think, reminiscent of this. Maybe I'm crazy. No, I'm pretty sure it is. Just her arms are covered, I think. Sorry, a groaning suit of metal armor. The vampire's corrosive power may twist the laws of nature, but her armor, woven from concepts, exists outside them. Before it adorned her body, this coffin was called an Iron Maiden? Oh! Does that mean there's, like, spikes digging into her legs? Is that what's happening? An instrument of death designed to bleed its occupant dry with 1,000 needles. Let she who claims innocent prove it within. Survival shall damn her, while death shall clear her name. Those words led many to the Iron Maiden in the Dark Ages, cementing its legacy as a symbol of fear. But do not despair, for all alike shall face the same end. The coffin spares none, be they innocent or witch. Except for Ciel, cause, you know, she can't die. Though, those thighs, oh hello. Just thumbs up. Nose locked with it. God, dude, that's, this design is so fucking good. It's actually so fucking good. I like how you can see. No, never mind. Those locked within the Iron Maiden may find freedom only in death. To fall on the mercy of its perverse court is to be condemned to expire in captivity. A cursed iron ball gown. A conceptual weapon that serves only to inflict pain. And yet the Executor embraces it in all its cruelty. That death is the only escape from its clutches, as much as true. But that's also to say, until death does come, it will never release its hold. That is its true nature. This coffin cannot be destroyed by external trauma, only by its wearer's atrophy. Not even the most hostile environment could breach its defenses, including this hyperboreal cold. No torment from without could surpass that found within. Thus does it constitute proof of innocence. Thus it was christened Virgin Pain. Regalia, which embodies a protracted death at the torturer's hands. It is a saint's purity and providence, guaranteeing her life so long as her magical energy is not exhausted, so long as she is not proven a witch. Well, that's kind of funny, because she, well, I mean, yeah, she kind of was one. Sort of. Technically. A voice echoes in the white darkness. Words finally pried from the vampire's mouth, not by the cold, but by true admiration for his enemy's tenacity. Yeah. Well, good luck making her lie dead. I think you'll have. I think you'll find that's quite the challenge. I don't know why the console is lagging and the game is lagging. There's little, that's not the recording. That's actually happening on my screen too. So I don't know why it's stuttering like that. I might have to reformat my console's hard drive at some point. She knows that that he is right. Defense alone does not beget victory. A human stands no chance against the concentrated wrath of nature. Everything in her vicinity is a blade pointed at her throat. A barrage of icicles pummels her body. Her gun is sent spinning from her hands. Oh boy. It comes to rest far out of reach, planted in the ground like a grave marker. I don't like that description, personally. Well, yeah, I wouldn't bet on that being her only weapon. She did say there were, 7? She had 7 of them? Obviously, the armor is 1. So, you've seen 2 so far. But I guess he doesn't know that, but still, she has more up her sleeve, probably. Hopefully they all can act as weapons. That would be really unfortunate if they couldn't. He speaks as though this battle is already ended. Sure it will, buddy. The vampire is well aware of the peculiarities of his foe's armor. As such, he knows it can only be destroyed by a stronger concept, a more potent curse. The extreme cold that surrounds him is a physiological function like breathing. It is no weapon. It cannot hope to shatter his enemy's aegis. There is only one answer to the concept of indestructibility, neutralizing it with its opposite. And here, fate favors his hand. For the knight's lance, bestowed upon him by his lord, came with a promise. In the hands of a vampire, there is nothing it cannot sunder. Oh, the battle weighs almost as heavily on Vlav as on Ciel. An errant strike is a risk he cannot take. So he has disarmed his foe, the better to secure his killing blow.
よく言いましたね。動けぬかかしの分際で。
Got his ass! He got in there! Perhaps to his surprise, the executor leaves her gun where it lies. It might be her primary weapon, but she's hardly defenseless without it. If anything, she was already looking for an opportunity to switch arms. The intricate machinery of an assault rifle is poorly suited to the bitter cold. She knows it was only a matter of time before it jammed. It merely set the stage for her true fighting companion. Okay, what's the third one? The girl recites an incantation to herself. Long-range firearms are insufficient to keep her opponent pinned down. The time has come for her to draw her blade. The time for close. Ooh, I don't know if that's a great idea. Oh. What the fuck is that? It kind of reminds me of Heracles's like stone axe or stone sword from Fate Stay Night. The saint's blade rears its head. A gun and some armor is not all that makes up her arsenal. Blaze via immolation, sick via affliction, blade via exsanguination, break via traumatization, lost via damnation, pain via excruciation, and punish via execution. Why not use punish then? Or can she only bring them out? No, because 7 causes of death said to be fates humans must endure. This is the true nature of her holy scripture. These deaths given form and wielded as weapons. Yeah, it even gave her the berserker fucking text garble. With a bestial roar, she like he is shocked. Look at, I'll zoom in on his face. He is fucking flabbergasted. He is like, what the actual fuck? With a bestial roar, she sprints through the white hellscape. Heat and the magical energy blaze in her wake, propelling her ever faster. The glacier underfoot cracks with every bound as she closes in on her prey. Yes, she is a woman. That is a fact. Yeah, she does have. Yeah. Iron smashes against ice. The girl brandishes a brutal tool designed solely for the rending of flesh. A sword like a monstrous centipede. Its legs the blade of guillotines threaded along a whip-like spine. This pulverizing weapon proudly wears the name Blade. You couldn't come up with anything, you know, more, I don't know, creative? Like Blaze for a gun is still, you know, at least it's not just a descriptor. This is literally just a descriptor. Blade, like, okay. So we got Blaze of Blade. Oh, she got him! A punctured chest, a severed arm, a skull cleaved wide open. The Executor's blade mercilessly deals one fatal blow after another. But still, victory remains out of reach. A vampire is an immortal being, capable of recovering instantaneously from wounds that would kill any other living thing. To Vlav, this impossibly heavy weapon is as threatening as a cool breeze. For now. Oh? You got a plan there, Ciel? A spark alights in his cold, lifeless eyes. Realizing that the lacerations in his chest, arm, and head are not fading, the vampire finally reaches an understanding. He is filled with neither anger nor hate. Within him, a new emotion is thawing joy. Yeah. It would seem that way.
人を殺すために人が編み出したものではないか。
Is that what that is, Ciel? Does she have that because of her time as Roa? The Executor swings her weapon again in lieu of answering. But her fourth attack doesn't connect. The vampire's memory, lost to centuries of cold and solitude, has been resurrected by her swordsmanship. Or is he talking about the way she wielded the blade? No more is he a mindless blight upon the world. Now he is once again the knight who overthrew his former lord. Yeah, no, that'd be good to know, yeah. How do you figure that?
27層剣創ベゼ。
Oh, we're finally learning the name of his...
俺も昔一度だけ教えを受けた。
Wait. What?
時代を見るに。そうか。お前が最後の門弟か。
Well, I don't know if it was necessarily her as his disciple, whoever the hell he is, but maybe that's leftover knowledge from Roa? Because it's definitely the blade work he's talking about, not why the blade looks like that. So, okay. So, I mean, maybe her as Roa, or maybe she herself went to him to learn? I don't know. A 3-meter lance carved from ice, and a 2-meter sword that coils like a serpent. Those are some long-ass weapons. A human could barely hope to lift either, let alone swing it. And yet these warriors handle them with exquisite precision. She got hit. And he got hit, okay. It's a trade. The two are evenly matched in power, but it's clear which of them has the upper hand. The vampire's memory has been reawakened by the girl's blade, while her agility only deteriorates with each passing second. This battle was skewed against one fighter from its onset.
いいぞ。剣の腕は互角か貴様が上だ。
Okay.
だが人間であることが災いしたな。この結果果たしてあと何分もつ？
Probably not terribly long, realistically. I don't know why, but she, this specific image of Ciel, for some reason reminds me of something. I don't know. Maybe I'm still thinking of the Beaufry girl, but I don't know. That's something. Yeah, that image of her, like, something about it, like, tickles my brain. I don't know. Also, this is really a cool shot. The vampire's spear roars as it pierces the air. Actually, hang on, I'm gonna pause really quick. There'll be a jump cut. We'll still be in the same spot, but I gotta use the bathroom, so I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Okay, let's continue. The vampire's spear roars as it pierces the air. The Executor's sword turns it aside. Their battle transcends the bounds of human comprehension, raging on seemingly without end. Nevertheless, they hurtle toward the single moment that will decide everything. As soon as the girl shows the slightest sign of faltering, the knight will not hesitate to drive his lance through her heart. Until our boy comes in and is like, no, 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 no. The frozen cage shudders. A cubic world expanding and contracting. The dark blue of its transparent walls is deepened to a murky black. Distant thunder rumbles from within, like the final scream of a creature faced with death. Might want to pick up the pace there, Shiki. It's not gonna last much longer. Even I can tell that this was a desperate gambit.
Noelle 先生
四季君嘘本当に来たの
Well, you don't know him that well.
ダメ上に戻りなさいシエルさんから部外者が来たら追い返すように言われているの
I think we're probably gonna be wanted here pretty soon.
今さら戻れませんそれよりどうなってるんですかこれ
どうって見ての通り土地ごとグローブを封印したんだけど全然効かなかったの
Yeah, things aren't looking too hot.
お前は来ないし太陽は沈んじゃうしねこうなったら逃げてもいい状況だったのにあの子ったら一人で何とかするとか言い出して
Yeah, that would be Ciel.
出てきたグローブごと大聖堂をこの大きさまで圧縮して中に飛び込んじゃったのよそれが1時間前の話
So I was right. Ciel and Vlov are in there. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I would guess that Vlov was about to escape the rubble when Ciel, realizing that he was going to destroy the city, trapped him in this cage, then went inside herself to fight him. If it weren't for that cube, the blizzard I saw underground would have swallowed all of Soya by now. Arquid did say as much, yeah.
けどなんで先輩まで中に閉じ込めたんだから先輩が入る必要はないでしょ
It wouldn't last forever?
あるわよあの結界はグローブの汚染を抑えるものでグローブ本体を抑えるものじゃないわ誰かが中でグローブを仕留めないといけないの
Oh, no, I guess, yeah, this guess is that too.
じゃあグローブを倒さない限り先輩は出てこないんですか
Yeah, pretty much.
そうでも無理27層正面から撃退するなんていくらあの子でも絶対無理あの呪いを一人で受け止めてるだけでも嘘みたいな奇跡なのに
Damn, you're calling your master a monster. What the heck? I mean, I guess from anyone else. I mean, yeah, I guess it's fair actually. Miss Noelle is teetering on the brink of hysteria. The situation must be truly dire to have someone far more experienced with vampires than I am this rattled. I look up at the cube's implacable walls. Although its contents are clearly visible, the black blizzard within is like a different world. The cube is only 40 meters on each side, but its interior looks far larger than the crater it's standing in. A box that distorts space and time, in which Ciel is fighting for her life against an immortal monster. Well, she's valiant, determined, unyielding. She isn't giving Vlov a single inch. But this blizzard is sapping her strength and freezing her bones. It's incredible that she can even move at all. If only this had been a fair fight. If only she hadn't had to create this cage to stop the spread of the cold. If she had fought him on even terms, she would have beaten him by now. Yeah, it really sucks, huh? Really sucks. I grind my teeth in frustration. These conditions are far too unfair. Her body is far too battered. She no longer has the strength to defeat Vlov alone. She needs someone else, another hand to support her, to fight for her, to give her the will to carry on. You doing it, Shiki? I take off my glasses. I take a hard look at the barrier, at my enemy within. Vlov might be too powerful for me to take on myself, but I would have been hers to wield, if only she'd asked. The fingertips I've unconsciously stretched out freeze over in an instant. I can't go in there. I'll die. Remember what happened when you got too close to Vlov last time. Human beings can't function in that kind of cold. Our blood freezes, our cells rupture, our brains die. We aren't made to duel with vampires. Besides, I'm far too late. I watched their silhouettes speed towards each other in a snowstorm. The armored girl has grown too slow by far. Too sluggish to avoid the lance closing on her like a thunderbolt. I see her figure run through, sent flying, pinned against the wall of her own cubic world like a sinner on the cross. Now here's where it gets interesting though. And as her body breaks, so too does her bounded field. Aren't you a battle-hardened executor? Why are you freaking out? Well, I guess an ancestor's too much for you, huh? Oh? Why did it show Arkwid? With Ciel's defeat, her gothic fort shatters. The world freezes over. Does it though? An Arctic front spreads outwards at 160 kilometers per hour, devouring everything in its path. In its mist, Ciel's body arcs through the air like a rag doll. And all I can do is watch as everything comes to ruin. But... Arkwid, what are you doing? This is definitely Arkwid's work, right? The end I brace for never comes. As expected, a blast of frigid air swallows the crater. But I don't freeze. Rather, I feel a warmth rise within me, fighting back the cold. I open my eyes and look up. The Arctic front has stopped short of the city. The blizzard rages on, but only within the Yeah, Arkwid's not gonna fight him, but she's containing the blizzard, right? Only within the confines of the crater. And on a rooftop far above it all, with her arm raised high and a scowl on her face, I see Arkwid. Yeah, she's helping out after all. I find myself grinning uncontrollably. Judging by the ice sheathing the ground, the air is still less than -40 degrees, but I can breathe without issue. The apparent temperature might even be closer to freezing, warm enough for a human like me to survive for at least a few minutes. I sense that this is Arkwid's best offer. Yeah, she holds back the storm from the city. Helping Ciel remains the line she won't cross, but she's upheld her promise as best she can. By keeping Vlov contained, she's still protecting us and the city at large.
Nara.
Yeah, it's your time, Shiki. Now it's all up to me. I have to save Ciel and put an end to Vlov. Something tells me that those two goals are one and the same. Well, yeah, I would, yeah. Ooh. This is an interesting choice. I actually don't know. I can see negatives to both of these. Because in this route, Vlov already knows Shiki is a threat. So Vlov might not hesitate to, like, attack him while he looks at Ciel. But if we look at Vlov, we might miss something going on with Ciel that... I don't... I'm gonna look towards Ciel. Ooh. Whoa! Okay, the armor is broken, but she's not run through. So that's good. Or maybe she was run through and she's already regenerated. It's hard to say. But either way, we're still in a good spot, somewhat. I turn my gaze to Ciel. The same strike that shattered her bounded field buried her under a mountain of rubble. I wouldn't really call her buried. She's lying about 50 meters away. First things first, I have to help her. Keeping one eye on Vlov, I dash through the snowstorm. Ciel has been launched to the very edge of the crater, into a particularly large mound of debris.
Senpai! しっかりしてくれ, Senpai!
I call her name, trying to bring her around. She's covered in cuts and scrapes, but I don't see much blood. Her armor has come loose, exposing the layer of clothing beneath. In answer to my cries, the swell of her chest, deathly still until now, visibly shudders. Oh, thank goodness, she's alive.
聞こえますか? 苦しいだろうけど起きて, シエル先輩!
Yeah, it's Tono. I glance at Vlov out of the corner of my eye as I check her over. Oh, that's new. And my blood runs cold. He was completely still until a moment ago, but now he's walking ponderously towards us, step by step. Can I get a better look at that? His lance was shattered by the blow that finished Ciel, leaving a smaller spear in his place. His left arm, which I cut off in the catacombs, is returned, but it hangs limply by his side. The restoration must be purely cosmetic in function. It remains dead. It's not hard to see that he's close to exhaustion, which makes his intentions all the clearer. He marches forth, in defiance of his failing body, to deliver the killing blow to his cornered prey. Yeah, that's us.
先輩, よかった、気がついた。話は後です。早く起きて。グローブが来ます。
はい、ありがとうござ。
She's like, wait a minute.
なんでトノ君?
Yeah.
夢じゃないですよね。バカなんですかあなたは。なんで本当に来てるんですか。あんなに家に帰ってくださいってお願いしたじゃないですか。
At least 3 times, probably. Yeah, probably at least 3. A dumbfounded Ciel berates me from where she lies. I definitely can't blame her for being angry, but this isn't the time.
怒るのは後。もう引っ張りますよ。いいですね。うわ、重っ。先輩、すげえ重くないですか?
I like how it zoomed on her chest when he said, "How much do you weigh?" Like, okay, buddy. All right.
遠野くんが非力なだけです。平均よりちょっとあるだけです。いいから早く逃げて。あなたは関係ありません。今ならまだ間に合うはずです。
I think it is, probably. Ciel tries to break free from my grip. Even in her current state, she's still concerned about me.
逃げれば助かるんですか?
I let my heart speak for me. Yeah, got you there, didn't he? If you die, I mean, I guess, well, again, she can't really die, but, Well, oh, okay, that's just an... No, she definitely still has immortality, right? Like, that was a key part of her character. I don't see why they would change that. So I'm rolling with the assumption she's still immortal. So yeah, this, you know. But if she was defeated, I guess, and Vlog was allowed to go on a rampage, well, she was incapacitated, at least. You know, it wouldn't be good. She must know as well as I do that running won't save me now. There's nothing to be gained by trying and plenty to be lost. At best, it would buy me no more than a short reprieve. If we can't defeat Vlov here and now, this is the end. It's not what?
そうだろう、先輩。逃げても解決しない。戦うしかない。さっきみんなのために先輩がそうしたように。
That night, when she told me that I could still be redeemed.
本当の意味で助かりたいのなら、怖くてもここであいつを殺さないと。
Yeah. After all, what else am I good for? Murder on a hair trigger is my only talent. But so what? This battle doesn't have to be my redemption. Even if I'm only proving myself a murderer. If it'll put an end to the death looming over us, I'll gladly leap back into the mouth of hell.
とにかく任せて。一緒にやらせてくれ、先輩。
Listen to him.
確かに遠野くんはグローブの腕を切り落としましたけど、いえ、ダメです。だって理由がない。あなたにはそれだけのことをする理由がありません。
Hey, he lives in the city. You're just here to kill vampires. So I mean, this is more his home than yours. So if anything, you know, it is this fight. It isn't that she's denying my reason for being here. She's refusing to use me to win a battle I have no stake in, but you do have a stake. She must be an angel. Why else would she be trying to protect a life so worthless as mine?
それじゃご褒美をください。
Ooh?
あいつをやっつける手助けをしたら。
Damn it, I can't think of anything on the spur of the moment. The only reward that comes to mind is what's in front of me. Frankly, I can't tear, Shiki? Buddy? I get she's rather bodacious, but is now really the time? The sight of her shapely form would drive any man mad with desire. As a healthy teenage boy, it's only natural that I can't help but come up with such ideas. Yeah, though I'm sure saying any of them aloud would only earn me a punch in the face. So I'll set my sights a little lower. Should I ask for her number? For a friend request? Damn it, what am I even thinking? I can do that anytime I want. I'm such an idiot, but just essaying. But I feel myself smiling and realize this is the perfect way to do it. I mean, I like this person. Really like her. She's the reason I'm here in the first place. So what's wrong with imagining a tomorrow with her, even with Vlov bearing down on us?
決まった。今度先輩の弁当を分けてください。それで手を打ちます。もちろん手作りで。
I thought he was gonna ask for a date. You know, yeah, but Yogi, yeah, splitting lunch works too, I guess.
はあ？でも私料理なんて1個ぐらいしか作れません。
That's fine.
じゃあそれでとっておきっぽくていいですね。
Yeah, you go get him, Tiger. Beat up Vlov. Get that lunch. Get that curry. I don't have any clever tricks up my sleeve. I don't even have a coherent strategy. I'm just running my mouth because I know we're out of time. I force myself to look away from Ciel, focusing on Vlov. What am I? Oh, there it is. I know what I have to do. I'm going to use my eyes. For her. As I steal my resolve, someone takes my trembling hand from behind.
先輩。
2つ 必ず守ってください。吸血鬼の正面には立たないで。
Okay, we
背後に回ることに専念する。
can do that.
はい。あと一つは。
私のことは何があっても考えないように。もう言うまでもありませんが、鉄みたいに頑丈ですから。
Yeah, that. Yeah. No, we saw it firsthand. Yeah. Her voice is steeped in self-deprecation and shame. It instantly sends me crashing back down to earth. I curse myself for forcing those words from her lips. With a nod, I let go of her hand. I immediately miss the softness of her touch. I step away from her and face down the approaching vampire. The massacre at the hotel, the nightmare of the catacombs. I recall the horrors I've seen, reach out to them for strength, and then stop myself. I have a minute left at most before my body starts to falter. In that time, I need to cast aside my human emotions. I leave both fear and euphoria behind. Until this is done, I will trust in my eyes and become an instrument of death. A fleeting thought crosses my mind. That the flame of a life burning high and bright shines like the stars above. For the first time our eyes meet. Vlov registers my presence. I might be as fragile as any other human, but my sting is deadly toxic. He knows full well that he ignores me at his peril. For a moment, I even wonder if we might talk face to face. I don't know. But mutual understanding means nothing to us. I don't consider him a living being, and he sees me as nothing more than an object. Thus are we equal in each other's eyes. We already know all we need of one another. I close the distance between us at a sprint. 40 meters. Woefully short for a final engagement. 4 seconds on the clock. 2 breaths in my lungs. Okay, Ciel. He senses spears of ice flying past me. Vlov is no fool. He would rather finish Ciel off before she can recover than waste his time on me. No time to look back. Grinding my teeth, I enter his striking range. A knife against a spear. There's no contest between our respective reaches. Yeah! Yeah! To get close enough to cut his lines of death, I must first weather the incoming strike. His spear shoots towards my chest. That looks like your face, but okay. Propelled by inhuman strength. Evasion is out of the question. How I don't know, but this vampire is no longer a simple force of nature. A spark gleams in his eyes. Reason and experience guide his hand. He no longer relies on sheer brute force. In other words, we are one and the same. 2 creatures fighting desperately for their own survival. Yeah, good cover, Ciel. His spear never gets close. A blow from behind me knocks it wildly aside. The bond of battle we share grants me a glimpse of Ciel's true power. This woman's parameters exceed Vlov's and mine put together. If we are single-purpose tools, then she is advanced machinery. Yeah, keep pounding on him. So begins our 60-second waltz. The Executor trades blows with the vampire face to face. The assassin circles with his blade, searching for an opening. The knight keeps both foes in sight, careful never to leave his back unguarded. Our clashing blades weave a deadly melody, a symphony of steel played with razor precision. Ciel's guillotine blades swing in spiral formation, My knife threads its way through the gaps. Spears of ice knock them both aside, trying to disrupt our harmony. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Our performance is improvised, but we follow the steps to perfection. She creates openings for me to slip into, and I take care not to tread on her toes. Together we dance on the edge of a knife. Electricity crackles between us, growing ever stronger. With every second, my focus sharpens. To kill my foe, I must keep my eyes on him. Never have I gazed so long into a single death. It's spellbinding, and in its deepest, darkest depths. You see I glimpse the light of a principle. Something beyond my mortal comprehension. A light that a human mind with its understanding constructed from language and memory should not be able to see. But death is a universal 0 point, and through that lens, my mind's eye shifts into focus. I see memories of snowfields. I see memories of persecution. I see memories of exile. I see memories of salvation. I see memories of rebellion. I see a single night's story brought to an end. Go away, DualShock, battery level low. Convicted on false charges. Driven from his home by political machinations. Sent in punishment to the ends of the earth. To the uninhabitable wasteland of the Arctic Sea. Cast adrift in the frozen ocean. Cursed to life in exile. Consumed by cold. Consumed by pain. And when he was hollowed and spent, a woman like a rotted tree seeking refuge from kin and mankind alike proved his salvation. Spring came to him again for a time. He found joy in the flowers blooming in the snowfields, in the birdsong in the barren trees, in the pleasant slaughter of men. He took 10 wives who gave to him comfort. His loyalty to his lord was as steadfast as the sturdiest glacier. But the pain within his soul was beyond healing. His thirst for warmth was beyond his power to fight. In his desperation to flee the gnawing cold, he forsook his honor. Well, it may have been at another's behest. It was by his own hands that he snuffed out his only light. This is the truth of the man before me. So, okay, that was interesting. We never saw anything like that in the original. That was new. Him being able to, like, see someone's memories by gazing into their point of death, their concept itself. That's interesting. This is the truth of the vampire named Love. A creature forged of cold, of treachery, of exile, of remorse. Now at last I can kill him. A principle that can be expressed in human words lies within human reach. Rejoice, bloodsucker, for now I bring your final death. The sea below and the canopy above sing in chorus. O ancestors, may ye be cursed. O world of man, may ye be cursed. For this principle is not yet whole, and the foundation of this star is oh so frail.
Summer.
Oh. His naked fury scorches my skin. My consciousness returns to me with a jerk. We saw you. What makes up you? I hear a voice, but I don't even have the strength to move my eyes. Stupid, foolish, I went too far. My head spins from lack of oxygen. I'm too disoriented to look at Ciel. I can't even follow the path of the spear bearing down on me. "20 meters opens between us in the span of a heartbeat. Is Ciel okay?" Ciel's arms encircled me from behind. She's hauled me out of Vlov's reach. Oh, he pissed. Oh, he pissed. Oh, no. That's not good. I don't have time to catch my breath. I can feel his murderous ire even from here. All he desires in this moment is my death. Oh, yeah, you got it, big bro. I speak without turning around. The arms around my waist loosen their grip. Behind me, I hear the clank of a great weight being hefted.
お互い限界ですね。自分の体がどんな状態なのか把握していますか？
Oh yeah, he knows.
はい。もう右腕ぐらいしか上がりません。
Oh, that's bad. The pain searing through my eyes is beyond words. Orbs of flame burn in my eye sockets. My headache will probably split my skull open well before my lungs give out.
そうですか。では、まだ信じていいんですね。
Yeah.
もちろん、ここからが本番です。
You're sounding real dangerous right now, buddy. I nod, wondering why I'm grinning. An odd pang twinges my chest in my chest. I realize not for the first time how good it feels to be understood by someone else, no matter the circumstances.
よし、行くよ、先輩。
任されました。まっすぐにできることだけをしてください。
Oh boy. No more detours. I launch myself straight for Vlov, with Ciel half a step behind me. A deluge of icicles flies forward to greet us. All of them are aimed at me as proof I have been elevated from nuisance to nemesis. Oh, she got her gun back! But none hit their mark. With a deafening volley of gunfire, Ciel turns the lethal barrage into so much rain. I should have known this fighter would never retreat without reason. She only withdrew us to retrieve her dropped weapon. One more breath. Oh, in one more breath, I will sever that light. But the gulf separating me from it is vast. Vlov is just as hell-bent on survival as we are. Even weakened as he is, his abilities still far exceed human parameters. I have no hope of dodging his blow, not on my own. So I stake my life on Ciel. How did he weigh his options, I wonder? Me racing across the ground, Ciel backing me up from the air. In this fraction of a second, he realizes that Ciel is the greater threat, that she will be the one to kill him. And yet, in defiance of his screaming instincts, he chooses me, the insect crawling on the earth. This is no act of mindless rage. This is a warrior's intuition deliberately suppressed by force of will. He is a knight now, not some vampire mired in paranoid delusions. To choose the lesser foe constitutes a truly inhuman act of self-control. Anger alone cannot explain this. No, this is pride that compels him, honor that he would give his very existence to defend. How noble, but also so foolish. The same foolishness that brought you to these foreign shores. And an inescapable iron fist crashes down to earth. Here in this ultimate extreme, we have all bet our lives. She is no exception, as though lighting the way for me to follow. Good hit, good hit. Her blow splits the ground asunder, and Vlov's body with it. The impact causes his spear tip to falter. My head stays attached to my body by the grace of a few millimeters. An icicle punctures my left shoulder. No matter, I shake off the impact and close in. Shit. My knife slides into the vampire's chest with astonishing ease. I fall to the frozen ground, writhing in agony. But you got him though, right? My brain feels like it's on fire. My body is racked with pain stemming from the tip of my knife, as though I had stabbed his chest with my bare fingers rather than a blade. Yeah? Through the haze of pain, I vaguely realized my mistake. I looked too closely. It wasn't the vampire's body my knife found, but the fire burning within. I wasted my chance. If only I had kept my eyes on his death. If only I hadn't been distracted by the light, I could have killed him. I don't know. Freed at last from the curse consuming his body and soul. Now a mere dead apostle once more, he lunges towards me. Yeah, now that he's a normal dead apostle, how does that even work? I guess he killed the concept or the curse that made him special? Like gave him all that extra power? Okay. But a serpentine blade blocks his path. Ciel's extending sword wraps around him and begins to squeeze. The guillotine spins with a metallic clatter. A tornado springs up around the executor, launching the vampire high into the air. Here's the true form of the weapon. Her weapon transforms. In place of a sword, she holds an oversized stake driver, primed to skewer the vampire as he falls. Inescapable death rises to greet him. Her blow does not so much spear his chest as shatter his torso, yet his talons still reach out, grasping. You figure out who this is? Oh yeah, he figured it out. Wait, what does he mean you curse me at every turn? Does him and Roa have beef? Is that what he meant in the catacombs by revenge? Did he come here for Roa? Oh my. The raw hatred this monster spews now is beyond what I've seen before. R.I.P. Vlov. Rest in piss. His dying scream rises to the heavens. There is no forgiveness, no mercy to be found here. Her stake is a hammer of judgment, and its verdict is annihilation. And so ends
結局先輩だけでよかったんじゃないか。
Vlog Archangel. I wouldn't say that. You weakened him. I roll over to lie face up, looking towards the sky. Pride and shame do battle in my chest. But my heart and lungs cry for joy as finally I take a long, belated breath. I can't move a muscle. I can't even tell whether I'm still holding my knife. All I can be sure of is the throbbing in my skull and my rapidly fading consciousness. The pain in my skewered shoulder, the blood oozing from my shredded limbs. All of it feels dull, as though I've been anesthetized. I just about managed to slip on my glasses to soothe my headache before my batteries run completely dry.
遠野くん、しっかり生きていますか?
No, we're alive. You know, there's that, at least. Dimly, I hear Ciel's voice. I want to raise a hand to show her there's no need to worry, but I can't lift a single finger.
遠野くん、呼吸はしていますね。心臓も動いている。
Yeah.
なのに目を覚まさないなんて。あ、もしかして頭が。
What? What do you mean our head?
いや、その言い方は
Did his skull literally split open? Like, what do you... It's a good thing Ciel wrapped her arms around me and held me upright. With the blood finally draining from my head, I find the strength to speak.
よかった。
Oh, okay, maybe he was extremely flushed from the blood rushing to his head.
なんかもうボロボロじゃないですか。無謀すぎます。なんだってあんなことをしたんですか?
We were thinking we had to kill him, even though we didn't end up killing him, but you know, we did something. All that seems so trivial now. She sounds genuinely flustered, though. I wish my eyes were working well enough to see her face.
ですね。全くです。
Yeah, a little
先輩
bit.
の言う通り無謀でした。
Just a little bit.
本当にめちゃくちゃ怖かった。
I heave an enormous sigh.
もう今頃になってそんなことを言うなんて困った人ですね。
Don't make him lunch? I don't know.
でも怖かったってどのくらい怖かったんですか? 噂に聞いた遠野くんの妹さんぐらい?
Maybe. Maybe. Just maybe.
自覚してますからいじめないでください。こんなのは二度とごめんです。
Okay, yeah, we'll see about that.
子供扱いはやめてください。
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I bite back playfully. That only encourages Ciel all the more.
はい、強がるところが可愛いです。
Should I take that as a compliment or... And she grins. Oh, yeah. Our head's probably not feeling too good still. A bolt of... Oh, no, this is shoulder. Okay. A bolt of agony from my shoulder tears through my consciousness.
ごめんなさい。今は治療が先でした。
Yeah, maybe.
肩の傷は骨は折れていませんね。よかった。これなら私でも治療できそうです。他に痛いところはありませんか?
No, I think we're good.
はい。遠野くん? もしもし?
As long as you're here, I know I'll be alright. With those words on my lips, my eyelids droop closed. Well, nighty-night, Shiki. Sleep well. All I see is the moon above me. Its pale light recalls the face of my other, absent partner in crime. Arquid. What should I say when I see her next? Should I tell her off for breaking her promise, or thank her for saving my life? Either way, picturing her face makes me feel... Makes you feel?
おやすみなさい、遠野くん。後のことは私に任せて、どうかゆっくり休んでください。
Yeah, we will. That was the plan. The lullaby of her whispered voice is the last thing I hear. For the first time in 2 long days, I fall into a deep sleep. Oh, Yasumi, Tono-kun. Oh! Spider. Erm? I... Okay, I'm gonna leave it off there because I have to go eat dinner here soon, so... Next time, I'm assuming this is gonna be Mario and the other guy again. Because we had something like this after the Arcwood Root fight. So I assume it's gonna be the same thing. So, I'm gonna separate them into 2 different episodes. Maybe they'll say something different. I assume he's gonna say something different. I would be surprised if it goes the exact same, given that it was actually Ciel who took care of it this time. So I assume something about it will be said. But we'll see. Anyway, that's gonna do it. Thank you all for watching. And yeah, next time, we'll see what Mario has to say about all this. Yeah. So I'll catch you later. Peace.